Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I am delighted that you are here. Now, today I am going to start a vlog that is like a video diary for a week. You will see it all in one video, but I will be taking videos each day and I will be putting them together so that you can see what my experience is like doing a Prolon fast. Welcome to day one of the fasting mimicking diet. Now, you might be saying, what does that exactly mean? It's a great question. A fasting mimicking diet is one where you eat specific foods, but your body doesn't know that you're eating and it thinks that you're fasting, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. Now, you can't just eat any kind of food. You can't just eat cookies. You can't eat cheese. You can't just have pizza or lasagna. This is a very specific set of foods with a specific number of calories that you eat per day. And it's been studied for years and years at the University of Southern California's Longevity Institute. And they didn't even bring this to the market until they had had lots of clinical trials and lots of different types of researchers study the benefits of this fast. And so what you do is you do this fast for 5 days, and it's actually a challenging thing to do. And one that you should only do a few times a year, maybe 3, maybe 4 times a year at most, just because it's such a wonderful thing, but it's not easy to do. And you reap a lot of benefits that last for a long time. So one of the benefits that you will receive from doing the Prolon fast is greater autophagy. Now remember, autophagy is the ability for your cells to clean up the bad cells and repair them and restore them so that you have brand new cells. So it's basically cell rejuvenation is probably a quicker summary of what autophagy actually is. And in intermittent fasting, we do get a little bit of that, but when you do a long fast like this, you get a lot of that. It also helps to improve your immune system, which we all want and need. It also can help with metabolic health as far as fat burning, weight loss, sustaining blood pressure. And finally, people have reported that it helps them to have greater focus, greater clarity, that's a tongue twister, greater clarity and greater energy. And who does not want that? And people have reported feeling that during and at the end of their fast. And again, I experience a lot of greater clarity and energy and focus with a short intermittent fasting window of 16 hours or 24 hours when I'm fasting. But when you do this for a longer period of time, you get even more of those benefits. It's kind of like they are magnified. So today is day one. Now I'm going to do this fast in a different way than what you'll see online if you go to Prolon's website. I am going to do the do-it-yourself version. So you have 2 choices here. You can buy the box, which I recommend doing if you have the disposable income to do it. It's around $200, and they send you a box with all the food and all the things, all the teas, the drinks that you need for each day specifically. So one box will say day 1, then the next will say day 2, day 3, and so on until you finish the fast. But some very smart people online have figured out a DIY, do it yourself, But some people online have figured out a wonderful do it yourself method of how to do the Prolon fast, or at least something similar enough to get all the benefits and to have a fasting mimicking diet. So that's what I'm going to do this time around. But when I do a fast, maybe in May or June, I might buy the box just to see what the differences actually are, and I'll bring that to you. So on day one, you get to have around 800 calories. And for breakfast, they recommend that you have fasting bars or almonds. And you have about 100 and, oh, I'm sorry. You have about 250 calories of almonds or of their fast bars that they include. And so 250 calories of almonds is roughly about 2 ounces or 1/4 cup. And then you have herbal tea. And so I had some cinnamon spice tea. You can have 1 cup of coffee with stevia in it, but no cream. Or you could have some tea that is caffeinated. You could have a glass or 2 of that, say an 8-ounce glass. So I had some cinnamon spice tea today, which was delicious. And I had 1 cup of it. And that did have a little bit of caffeine this morning. And I had the almonds. Now for lunch, I am going to have a can of Amy's organic soup. And that's 190 calories. I'll also have some Mary's Gone crackers. They're not like crackers in the traditional sense. They don't have a lot of carbs and they are organic and they're good for you. They have a lot of other healthy things in them. And so you can have about, I want to say 6 crackers is about 30 calories maybe. I think some have said 10. I'll probably just have 6. And then I will have some green olives, approximately 5 of them, which equals 120 calories. And I will repeat that for dinner. And so today on day one, you have 800 calories. Now, before I go on day one, I am going to show you a picture of my weight this morning as of 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. As you can see, it's around 112.4 pounds, okay? And they say you can lose anywhere from 5 to maybe 10 pounds on the Prolon fast. We will see what I end up losing. So I have had my breakfast. It's actually around noon here in Southern California. So I'm about to have my lunch and continue with the Prolon fasting diet for day one. Wish me luck. Welcome to day 3. I thought I would be outside since the sun is so good for you and it's beautiful out here. It's about 70 degrees. So I can't beat that, right? Anyways, I had a wonderful day 2 yesterday. It was very easy. I just basically had crackers, these Mary's Gone crackers. You can have about 9 of them for 130 calories. I had some soup yesterday. I had chunky vegetable and tomato, and the brand is Amy's soup. It's an organic soup, which is what they recommend that you have in the DIY menu for the Prolon fast. And it went really well. Now on days 2 through 5, you can only have 500 calories. So for today, I'm on day 3 and it is Wednesday, and I've had some chunky vegetable Amy's soup, which is 140 calories, and I've had about 100 calories worth of crackers, of those Mary's Gone crackers. They're really good. They're these thin sea salt crackers that I really like. So I'm glad that I'm enjoying that. And then tonight I will have some more soup. I'll probably do cream of tomato, and then I might do either some almonds or some olives. If you do 2 ounces of almonds, that's actually about 200 calories. And if you do, say, 5 olives, that's about 125 calories. So I kind of need to choose to do one of those plus the soup. And I don't know how that will go. It just depends on my level of what I want to eat. Because the hard part about this fast is you're eating the same thing essentially for 5 days in a row. And you do crave things, right? Like I definitely crave things. I wish I could eat, say, anything other than soup and crackers and olives and nuts, but that's it. As far as drinks, all I've had is some tea and water with lemon. So again, there's not a lot of variety to it, but it's doing a lot of good, and I could not be more thankful about that. Welcome to day 4. I can't believe we are already here on day 4 of the Prolon do-it-yourself fasting journey that I'm doing. And it's gone surprisingly well. I haven't felt weak. I haven't been dizzy. I haven't had headaches. There have been a couple of moments where I've been hungry, but that's to be expected when you're going to fast and restrict your calories to 500 a day like I'm doing right now. But I think because I've been doing intermittent fasting in general, I am much more prepared for this than I was the very first time I did this in August. And in August, I was much hungrier and I was so sick of the food. But now I feel like I'm doing better with it. And this afternoon for lunch, I had some Amy's Organic Alphabet Soup. And it's cool to see all of the letters, right, that you can see with the soup, which is pretty awesome. And I have had some Mary's Gone crackers. And again, remember, I only get to have about 500 calories a day. And so you have to really keep track and know what you're going to eat and make choices about that. And so I've already had 290 calories. And so I have some room for dinner to have another can of soup and maybe a couple of green olives. But I will be careful in what I choose to eat. Also, with drinks today, I've had some cinnamon spice tea, which does have a little caffeine in it, but I've only had 1 cup of it, so that's not bad. And then I will just have water the rest of the day. So that's always challenging. But I keep telling myself this is really good for me. My body is benefiting in some major ways, and I'm so grateful for that. Today is day 6, and I am done with the fast. Now, I did some things in this fast that I wish I would not have done, full disclosure. And one of those is that I didn't buy the exact right kinds of soup, and I didn't realize that until close to the end when I had some alphabet soup, remember that day? And it had pasta in it, little bits of pasta, and there was another day where I had Thai chicken coconut soup. It was all Amy's Organic, but there were only certain foods you were allowed to have in specific quantities, and I don't think that meat and noodles, even though it was only a little amount, were on the list. And the reason that is because carbs can affect your fast and make your body think that you're not fasting. So if you have too many carbs, you can be thrown out of ketosis. And so I think that was the problem, and maybe that's why I didn't feel like the fast was that difficult, because I wasn't actually fasting as much as I did the previous time I did this. So I do regret that, but that's okay. What else can you do? You just have to move forward. And next time I'll get the box and we'll see what the differences are. Now I'm going to show you a picture of my weight loss. Take a look at this. As you can see, I went from 112.4 pounds to 109.6 pounds. So that's roughly about 3 pounds. And again, I think if I would have done this correctly, I could have lost more weight, but I did not. And so I will be grateful for the amount that I lost, and I'm glad that the fast is done. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me. I have enjoyed having you on my journey, and I hope that you will consider doing a fast like this, because it's so good for you, health-wise, emotionally too, and just it gives you so much clarity and performance, and I know that it's done good things in my body. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I always appreciate it when you share, and thank you so much for watching.